Hello everyone, LauraKBuzz here, and today we are back with what is probably going to be the last episode of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I know that initially I kind of said this was going to be a full LP, I was going to do all of the full game, and in hindsight I'm kind of wishing I'd just gone straight to, you know, the next world, rather than doing these challenge missions. I might have felt a bit differently, but yeah, this video is kind of going to be mostly to do with why I'm cutting off this LP here where I am. So, to make a long story short, I've not been enjoying doing this LP. How do I put this? When I was fully Patreon funded and all I did was, you know, my full-time thing was just doing whatever, I could do game LPs and just sort of, if there was a game I wanted to be playing, I could just dedicate a couple of days and all I did was play that game and do so with commentary and play that game, you know, sat at my computer in a couple of big sittings, record a full LP, and that was, you know, totally fine. You know what, I'm probably in a second just gonna, like, stop somewhere to talk, rather than trying to find my way through here. And that was fine. My LPs have never been watched by a huge number of people. In my head, I sort of estimate, like, usually I struggle to break 200 to 300 views per episode, which is, considering I have like 40,000 Twitter followers, basically says most people don't care about the LP content I do, which, you know, doesn't discredit the fact I'm aware there are people who enjoy my LPs. But yeah, things have kind of changed since I took on my due job, and the easiest way to explain the change is, because I now have a 9 to 5, I have to get in my game playing in very sort of isolated small chunks. You know, I can play games, I can play 20 minutes of a game in between news stories if it's a new thing to see whether it's worth writing about, or I can put, you know, I can put half an hour on my lunch break into recording an episode of an LP. If I really stretch it during my lunch break, I can record 2 Let's Play episodes and, you know, get 2 of them done in a lunch break. I find that most of my time to play games now is either in bed at the end of a long day of work, you know, just having a relax, or it is when I'm traveling. And obviously, you know, you can't really record Let's Play episodes while you're on a train. You know, I guess you technically could. Was this the secret world? Is that what this is? I wish I could tilt this camera slightly. Yeah, secret world. Yeah, I could technically record Let's Play episodes on a train, but, like, it would be unenjoyable. You'd hear train announcements. I'd be annoying other passengers while waffling on. I wouldn't want to do Let's Plays that way, and that's kind of the thing that I've been feeling with Rabbids, is a lot of the time I've had to play this game other than, like, when I got it, I sort of powered through so that I could write a review, and that was that. I came back and I wanted to play through these, I really wanted to play through these challenge missions, and I thought, you know, this a great reason to do that would be playing through them. I'm just gonna wait here for a minute. Would be playing through them on the show, doing all of them, and what I've kind of found is that I've been on train commutes to and from work when I'm working in the London office, or if I'm travelling for events, and I sit there wanting to play. I want to play through these challenge missions in my own time and just have fun with them, and I feel like I shouldn't, or I can't, because, oh no, I have to keep those pure for the Let's Play, or I've got to, you know, just feel, or like, not. Considering how limited my sort of free gaming time is at the second, I don't want to play the challenge mission and then play it a second time on the LP. I don't want to already know the solution when going in on the Let's Play and, you know, have that ruin things. I've just found myself, like, in my free time, I've wanted to play this game and felt like I couldn't. And I felt like, in order to keep up a decent schedule with this, particularly with the amount of additional work travel I've been doing with the new job, which has been fantastic, there's going to be some really awesome, previews and interviews and features and things going up across this month that I'm really excited for, that came out of doing all this work travel. But yeah, it kind of feels like, in order to create enough Let's Play content to fill the gaps when I'm traveling, I'm having to use up all of my lunch breaks, I'm having to use all of my weekends, my evenings after work recording Let's Plays. And particularly for this game, I'm just not enjoying recording Let's Plays. Like, how do I put this? I am very critical of my own work in general, but particularly with this LP, I've been very critical with myself of the fact that I feel like I'm literally just describing what I'm doing, that I'm not really adding any additional commentary, and that's not up to the standards that I want video content I produce to live up to. If I'm doing video content, I want it to be to a higher standard, and, there are ways that can be done with, if I had the time to do proper editing and to cut down the video so it wasn't the full thing, that sort of just cut to the interesting bits, that might be a solution. If I had someone to do editing, if I had a dedicated day of the week that I could set aside for Let's Play recording, those would all be things. But I kind of just, I've not been proud of the quality of my commentary on this LP, and I've not been enjoying the fact that I feel like I can't play it when I'm not recording. There was one particular day, and I'm just going to be, fairly open here. There's one particular day that I worked, 18 hours, and then got, 3 hours sleep and went back to work because I got up, did a full day of work, worked through my entire lunch break, kept working, recorded a podcast, kept working, recorded another podcast. I worked from 8 a.m. till, 4 a.m., and for the next couple of days, I felt like crap. I was just, completely mentally run down and exhausted because I felt like I had to squeeze in enough Let's Play episodes to, I told myself, this was the first batch, I think. I think this was on, the batch I recorded on the day this came out. I was like, I have to do a full LP, and I've got all this work travel coming up. I need to get this stuff done. And that's why I recorded, I recorded, edited, and uploaded 4 hours of the game on that first day because I felt like I had to. And I exhausted myself. I made myself really ill that first day. And I keep looking at this LP being like, in order to get a good, decent buffer, I need to, anytime I have a day off, I really need to, use that whole day up doing an LP that I don't feel is of a good quality and that I'm not enjoying my work doing. So, yeah, I know this has been 8 minutes of waffle, but, yeah, I don't feel like this is my best work, and I feel like I need to reassess in future if I do more Let's Plays what form they'll take. I kind of want to do... I'm not going to make any promises as to when this would happen. I kind of want to do one of Life is Strange Before the Storm, the Life is Strange prequel, which the first episode's already out, just because that's a lot more story-focused. I'm a lot more confident in my ability to, discuss my feelings on an emotionally driven narrative than I am to, to talk a lot during this sort of strategy game. Honestly, this style of game is not the kind of thing that traditionally is my thing. I'm talking about it because I felt like an obligation to, because of my whole involvement in this game's history. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to do something with the Life is Strange game, but I don't want to pressure myself to. Because, this is a whole big thing of what I'm trying to adjust to at the moment, is I don't have to work myself I don't have to work myself to exhaustion anymore, and I'm trying to adapt to that and to remind myself that. During the 3 years I was on Patreon, I really did burn myself out quite considerably, and I'm now in a job where I'm really proud of the work I've been putting out. The Butts article that went out about Tracer's backside, I thought was really good. I really enjoyed an article that it's not up when I'm recording this, but it'll be up by the time that you see this, was an article I wrote about 12 questions raised about Mario's hat, written about the Nintendo Direct, and Mario's hat in Mario Odyssey has a sister, and does the fact that the hat has a sibling mean that hats have DNA? Do hats in this universe fuck? Like, I really enjoy... I've been feeling more productive than ever, but it's just adjusting to whatever my new schedule is. I've been enjoying doing... I feel like I've been putting out a higher quantity of high-quality, long-form written content than I have in a while. I feel like Podquisition is some of the best... Like, it's in a good position right now. I've been loving doing Dice Funk, which is probably the most emotionally invested I've been in a piece of, like, fiction I've worked on. Like, I'm not good at imaginative play, and as such, for me to be proud of a piece of fiction I've been involved in is quite something. Crystal Clodcast missed a couple of weeks just adjusting to new job stuff, but I have been really, like, I still really enjoy that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling in a weird place, just... There's a lot of adjusting and a lot of working out what my new routine is, and I hope people, you know, aren't too disappointed to see this LP end, and that there'll be a bit of a break while I reassess what I want to do with Let's Plays. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me, everyone. I hope this video hasn't been too much of a downer. I'm doing this so that, you know, I can be a bit happier with my work output. Like, this is taking a lot of time, and I'm not happy with the work, and I'm not enjoying creating work that I think is below my standards, and I feel like it's best to leave this here rather than let it drag on for eternity, and I'm very sorry if people were enjoying it, but, you know, I've only been in my new job 6 weeks. It's still a big adjustment, and, you know, hopefully over time I can get more video stuff done again. I'll hopefully be doing more video stuff in the future via Kotaku, and, like, doing that with work time, but I just needed to, you know, I needed to get this said so that I could feel like a weight was off me, and have some breathing room to work out what I want to do. This is a big, exciting time for me, and a terrifying time for me, in that everything is very in flux, and the things that I did before aren't the things I do now, and are not the things I'm going to do going forward, and working out what I want to do, and what works for the audience I've had for the last 3 years. You know, working that all out is a challenge still, so yeah, I'm probably going to end this here. I know I really didn't do anything with this last episode. You know what, screw it, let's... I was going to say let's try and do the challenge. I feel like that's somewhat I feel like if I did, that would somewhat undermine the whole point I'm making about me not being happy with the quality of my commentary during the, like, actual gameplay chunks of this, so I'm just going to leave this here. Thank you for watching another episode of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. You know, depending on how things go, I might come back and do some of this in future. I might do something in future. I'm glad I did some videos on this, because this game, you know, was a big part of my life, and is, like, I have a a Laura Mario Rabbid tattoo that I, you know, I'm still very happy I got. Yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna leave this here. It's a weird outro. I know I'm rambling. Thank you very much for watching. We'll have another episode for you not anytime soon. Maybe another video for you in the future. Don't know when that will be. I shouldn't be making any promises. Thank you very much. Bye.